Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time I take a look at the 1971 Nissan Skyline GTR, as the game calls it, the KPGC10, which is catchy. Yeah, this is the first GTR, the daddy of them all, and it has, in my opinion, one of the greatest race mods in this game. I love it. It comes in 4 different colours. This green, though, I think really sets it off with the headlight covers, and yeah, it's just proper old school fun. I remember I bought this car ages ago, because I was going to use the joke that this was going to be the first GTR to go around, but that didn't really work out. So, well, it's here now. And, yeah, like I say, very cool, but probably not going to be the quickest thing in the world. Also, it has, like, I've just realised they actually 3D modelled the little oil lines going to the cooler there. That's very cool. Anyways, front engine rear-wheel drive, 344 horsepower, 981 kilos. It is rear-wheel drive, not like any GTR in the case of this game before or since, but obviously there were rear-wheel drive GTRs for a couple of years after this. The one that kind of looks like a American muscle car, that was rear-wheel drive. The Ken Mary, I think it gets called. Anyways, this is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsport Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 6 rally car that set a time of 27.718. This GTR unlikely to beat that because, as mentioned, it is not really a proper GTR in the way we obviously know it when it comes to this track. It isn't a 4-wheel drive 600 horsepower stage 4 turbo monster. It is just, you know, a rear-wheel drive Nissan sports car, which I guess, ooh, a bit rearward there, puts it on sort of levels of stuff like the Silvias that we've had go around, which haven't been massively quick. I'm expecting, where's that 83 Celica? 31.3. If this can beat that Celica, I'd say this is probably mission accomplished for this car. There's not an awful lot to really compare this to. Cars of this vintage in Gran Turismo don't exist much. You have stuff like the DB6 and the old Fiat 500. I'm trying to think what else. You have the 240Z, which is another Nissan similar to this. You have the 2000 GT. This is the second oldest car you can only get in the used car dealer. So if you've not played Gran Turismo 2 for literal decades like I have, and you're a bit confused as to, oh my god, I didn't think this car was in the game. That's because, yeah, it was in the used dealer, and it would be one of the very rarest cars. It's like this and the 2000 GT. Although the difference between this and the 2000 GT is when this showed up, I think this costs about 40,000-50,000 credits, whereas the 2000 GT is like hundreds. I think it's like 120k for the 2000 GT. Which, when you consider an Aston Martin DB6 in this game could be had for 30 grand, it does become a little bit weird how all of the pricing works in this game. But you know, Gran Turismo and car pricing has never really got along, has it? Look at GT7 with its real-world dynamic pricing, and yeah, you suddenly realise it is just a bit of a mess, really. But anyways, final lap in this, the old Skyline. It does not like this section. It gets a bit rearward through there. That's a little bit too much of a corner cut, I think. To the line, 31.410. I just realised we've had the rear-wheel drive Skylines as well, which I think are actually quicker than this, but that's not terrible. The actual speed is quite impressive, really. But obviously the handling is not bad. It feels very heavy, to be honest. That's sort of the big downfall of this one. It just feels like a heavier car than it is. I don't know if that's just because of its age. I'm not really sure. But I think there may be a little bit more time in there, but I don't think there's a lot. I will be honest, I think we're sort of hitting the rough ceiling of where this car is gonna be going. But to be fair, for an old car, it has done quite well. 31.410 will place it into 148th place. It is slower than an Opel Corsa, ignore that part, but it's quicker than the old Rally Mini. It's a lot quicker than the Aston Martin DB6 and a bunch of other old muscle cars we've had. It smashed that 83 Celica, 31.7 that Celica is, and it's utterly blitzed that. It's sort of stepping on the toes a little bit of some of the more modern sports cars. It's not too far off like the Tom Supra, not too far off the Toyota Celica and the Toyota Corona. The RX-7, although that is the 4-speed automatic RX-7, so ignore that one a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad actually. It's I don't know. It's a hard one, this, because obviously it's an old car with a lot of racing pedigree, so you'd hope it'd go quicker. Stuff like the Camaro Z28 absolutely blasts this to tears. That's a 31.0, but also, given the age of it, you know, what more can you really expect? It did alright. It did alright. That's the important part. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching, and join me next time when I'll be joining something completely different. Until then, farewell.